Ever need an escape from reality?
How about a laugh every now and again? It's time for Tales of Woe! It's an hour of comedy and conversation about nothing in particular.
Your weekly broadcast of weekly nonsense.
Get ready for a program that's sure to leave you saying, Whoa!
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show called Tales of Whoa.
Whoa?
What? Yeah.
What? Whoa? Yeah. Yeah.
That's the that's the name of the show. It is.
Oh, yeah, you're so
It
right.
is.
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
episodes in, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what we've been calling it. This whole
It just
time.
happens. I just get so frustrated.
Yeah, no, you're
sometimes.
good. It's okay. It happens to
Yeah.
the best of us. You
Thank
know.
you. I'm
That
glad
is
you
what it is.
understand.
Oh, hey man, of course I understand. That's what
Yeah.
friends do. That's what good friends are for, right? Understanding each other in our times of, confusion.
Yeah. You're a better
You
man
know?
than me. I don't give a crap about anybody.
Do you give a crap about me? What if I got confused? Would you reciprocate the same sort of concern?
I would like to plead the fifth as to not
Okay.
incriminate myself in a court of law.
Okay, well, that's fine. You can plead whatever fifth you want, but just know that I'm a great friend, and I will never back down.
Never back down, never what?
Never back down, even if everyone else treats me like crap, because you know what? That's what Jesus would do.
Damn.
I'm just
non-Christian, more
not
Christian
to-
than the Christian.
not to
I got out Christian.
Look, I'm no Christian, but I like Jesus, He had a good morals in life. Just be nice, be a good person.
I'm
Hey,
the
I can
same
get
way.
behind that. I can
I'm
get
not-
behind that.
I'm less of a Christian and more of a follower of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. You see, seems he just be a nice guy, be a good kind of guy. I can,
Help each other.
Yeah, help each other out. Who cares what someone looks like, who they want to canoodle with in bed? Who cares? We're all humans.
Yeah,
Let's be
we're all-
nice,
Just love each other, regardless of
Exactly.
your creed.
Unless you are Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks, and
That's
in
true.
which case,
That's true.
I will squeeze your face in my fist.
Whoa.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Well, I don't know. I don't think we need to do hypotheticals with CGI chipmunks.
That's true. If given the opportunity, non-hypothetically, I'd do it, and I'm putting that on the record here. Anyway, what's going on with Mr. Beast? By the way, is he being canceled? Because I don't know the details really. I didn't know if he's getting canceled. Uh-oh. It's always the ex-girlfriends that come out. So look, here's a message: is if you have exes out there, or if you're currently dating someone, hopefully they don't become your ex, but be nice. Don't do anything stupid, because those ex-girlfriends will come back from the past and ruin your career. Okay? So just warning. Yeah, I'm seeing there's a lot of stuff. I mean, apparently he's got an Amazon Prime game show, The Beast Games. Apparently that was a shit show.
I saw that too. Apparently it was like a whole thing where like there was like abuse on set, not from him, but like just
The
not
crew.
abuse. I heard not abuse. It was working conditions were not good.
Yeah.
But apparently it stems from the fact that it was like his people running the show, and they've never really handled like a bigger scale,
like an
more-
actual
a
TV
professional
production.
set like
Yeah.
that, which makes more sense now. Now, not
Yeah.
excusing what happened, because obviously, like, it shouldn't have happened, but it's putting into context, like just him
Yeah.
being out of his league. I don't know if you saw that email he sent out where he was like really, upset about it, and he like felt really bad, and he's like, look, we're gonna take steps into place. We're gonna work with the company to help.
Yeah.
We're gonna hire. He's like, I'm gonna hire more people. We're gonna make this work better. I never intended for any of this to happen, which I appreciate. I appreciate that he's like willing to own up to it. And
words only go so far. We got to see how he.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words, obviously, but it's a step in the right direction. It's more than most. It's more than most.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
But
mean, again,
yeah,
I'm pretty
crazy.
ignorant on it. I'm seeing a lot just on like Instagram. But I mean, hopefully he comes out of it. I'd like to think that someone as charitable as Mr. Beast is, he probably just fucked up, right? I don't think I don't think anyone who's that charitable could be a bad person, right? I mean, maybe,
Yeah,
but he
absolutely.
does some amazing things. And so, I mean, hopefully he just made some big major fuck ups and he's going to bounce back. But I also saw some shit about like fake lotteries or something. I don't even know. Something about
I
him.
haven't even seen about
I don't
that.
know, man. I don't know. I
There's
don't
just been a lot,
care.
but
I don't care to read too deep into it. I just, Mr. Beast. That would be crazy if he had this crazy rise and then it all just crumbled down.
It would be crazy.
But
I doubt it's nothing
We'll
more
see.
than just really bad mismanagement.
yeah,
Like,
and all this Ava Chris Tyson stuff needs to kind of go away.
Well,
That's
he
not-
did definitely
yeah.
distance himself immediately, which
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
yeah,
right
yeah.
move.
Yeah,
It's less so on him and more on her
yeah.
and all the stuff she did. Apparently, I saw something that that Mr. Beast, like, on that game show, willingly hired like a known something like that.
That too, I saw. Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
it's
believe
like,
but that was
I
kind of
don't know.
crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It is very interesting to see this, especially coming from somebody like you said, like, is so charitable. I think literally, like, so much so that like my dad is even talking about him. He's like, "Hey, did you know
Yeah.
he's donated like overall over his career like over $100 million?" I'm like, "Whoa."
See, that's
just
what I'm saying.
insane.
Like that. How could you possibly be a bad person if you're that charitable?
Yeah.
Unless you're
He's
just
done more
doing
than
it
most.
to. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Jimmy Beast, he's an icon, but we'll see for how much longer. But
I hope.
man, I
it's
saw him
not.
once in real life.
Really?
Didn't I? Yeah, at a football game. I think I maybe told you about that.
I don't
was at
remember
a-
this.
I was at a Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. And
Oh!
Mr. Beast was there. Actually, Mr. Beast was there, and so was Dave Batista.
No way. Oh yeah, because Dave
yeah.
Batista has his tattoo shop in Tampa. He
Yeah,
lives in
yeah.
Tampa.
So
because
that's
apparently that's a thing. Like, all of the WWE people live in Tampa. That's like a thing. Like, John Cena lives
Interesting.
there.
cool.
Hulk Hogan lives there because I guess that's where the WWE is at.
okay. Yeah,
based
well,
out of
they that's a cool stadium though. Have you been to that one?
I haven't,
It's
but I've
super
seen it.
cool.
I
They
wanted
have
to.
a whole
It
pirate
looks so
ship.
cool.
They have a whole pirate ship with cannons on it, and there's a little like pirate town you can walk through. Where
Yeah.
They got vendors, and so when the game was starting, Batista was on the pirate ship, and he said some, shit about being badass,
Typical Dave Batista.
Yeah. And
I
he
love
set
him,
the
though.
cannons off, and I'm like, wow, cool, Dave Batista. And then we switch down to the field, right? And there's Mr. Beast. I think he had a flag. Maybe he didn't have a flag. He had a jersey, but he's leading the charge of the team running out on the field is Jimmy Beast. And I was like, wow.
I saw that. I actually did see that because I'm big into fantasy football, so I catch like highlights and stuff like that, and I watch
He was
games.
leading
So
the
I
charge.
actually did catch that. That's crazy. I completely forgot that you went to that game.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
the context? Did you were just visiting your dad and he got
I was with
tickets?
my dad. Yeah, I was with my dad, and we had always talked about going to a Bucks game because I've kind of started to slowly get more into football. And we went to a Bucks game.
I love
And,
football, man. I'm in like
it's good.
4 fantasy football teams,
I've,
like leagues.
Growing up, I never gave two shits. I never
Yeah,
played
same.
sports as a kid. I didn't care. And but my buddies liked football. One of my really close friends, it was like a huge sport guy. He wrestled, he played football in high school and everything. So he was always in the know. My dad has always loved football, but I just never really gave a shit as a kid. But once I moved in with my dad, I mean, a little bit before that too, but once I moved in with him in Clearwater, I kind of started, I was like, okay, I kind of want to start to learn. I want to understand, everyone else, all the other guys seem to love it. All the other men are going crazy over this thing. Let me see what all the craze is about.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty cool. It's fun. I think I have a pretty decent understanding of the rules now. I've gone to some UCF football games.
Yeah,
And
we went to one together once.
We did. Yeah. So it's fun, I think
they destroyed the team, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember what the outcome
I'm pretty sure
of
we
that
left
one was,
after the fourth quarter or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of I wasn't the same. I was more like, honestly, like Troy Bolton. Whereas like I was both in theater and sports as a kid a lot. I did a lot of baseball. And then for those that don't know, I was trying like really hard to become a professional golfer. But
in another timeline,
I would have been a professional golfer. But I did a lot of the sports as a kid, like all sports, but mostly baseball and golf. And then I got into film. So like I dedicated to that's where I branch off from Troy Bolton, where I dedicate to the arts full time.
Yeah, man, I've been in
both.
Yeah, I found out I latched onto that shit pretty early on. I tried, my parents put me through the sports when I was a little kid, like, first, second, third grade, because I'm a little boy, and of course they're gonna, make me do baseball and everything.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. I just hated it. I was no good, and I had this attitude of like, I suck. I don't even know why I'm playing here. Why am I doing? And then like I couldn't wrap my head around like practice and getting better. I was like, what? I couldn't ever catch the baseball, and I would just get so frustrated. And then during the actual games, I remember being out in the outfield, just sitting there, bored out of my mind. Like I didn't give two shits.
My brothers were like that too. There's like a story of my older brother Alex doing that too when he was a kid. My dad would say he was just like picking daisies off the ground.
Oh yeah, that was me, man.
Yeah,
I
sitting
never cared.
there. Yeah, I was definitely like, I'm a competitive person, so I was definitely into
not
all
me.
the sports. Yeah,
not me. I'll roll over and die. if the other team's winning, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
not worth the effort.
Yeah,
but So I never really. I randomly did basketball when I was in 5th grade. I don't know. I had this sudden urge. I was like, I'm gonna try a sport again, and I did basketball.
I do a lot of basketball. I play a lot of basketball for just like fun.
Yeah,
I was really into basketball before I went to UGA because the gym I went to had a basketball court, and was like, it was good cardio because it's like stop and start.
It is good cardio. It is good cardio.
So
I went
play a lot.
and I went and shot some hoops with Kyle and some other buddies of ours one time.
AKA the Black Lung.
The Black Lung?
oh, it's so funny because the first time I ever played basketball with Kyle, he got so winded after 5 minutes. It was so funny that I changed his name in my contacts to Kyle the Black Lung Curtis. Wow. So funny. Shout out to our manager Kyle. He's funny. But apparently he's gotten better, but I refuse to believe it. He's just tall. There's no.
Yeah, he invited me to go, and I'm like, man, I suck at basketball. I'm not coordinated for this shit, but I'm like, but could be
Why
fun.
Not?
We played some knockout, a little bit of pig. We did like a 2v2, and that's where my skills were just on display. No, I'm just kidding. We were playing the 2v2, and I'm trying to keep up because I can't like guarding people. I don't know.
You don't have the lateral movement?
No, because I'm like, do I focus on the ball? Or I got to watch this guy. And I don't ever try to get too close. But some people get right up on you to guard you. And I'm like, I'm not confrontational enough for that.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was fun. I worked up a good sweat, right?
That's all that matters.
But, never
it's fun.
Was a big sport.
It's good to get out. Yeah. No, yeah.
I think I would be more so into martial arts.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I did a little bit when I was a kid because my dad is my dad has a belt. I forget if it's black or not, if it's a black belt or not. Yeah.
What? In what?
I forget. I think it's
karate.
Way.
No way. Your dad? What the heck? That just made my respect for your dad go even higher, man.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I did karate.
Yeah.
And
karate's good, man. Karate's fun.
Dude, karate is fucking awesome. I did
Everybody
karate.
should learn self-defense, like defense
That's what I'm
classes
saying.
and like fight techniques. And
That's what I'm saying, bro. I did karate for a little bit in 7th and 8th grade, and I loved it. Like that was the first like sort of athletic thing that I ever did where I was like, okay, this I can get behind. I'm working out, but I'm enjoying it and I'm learning stuff. And like it was cool, man. There was one time I'm at school, right? I'm in 7th grade, 12 years old, and we have an assembly that day.
Yep.
I don't know what the assembly is, and we're getting ready, and I'm hearing people talk about, oh, it's a karate assembly, karate guy. I go into the gym.
A karate
It's
assembly.
It's my karate instructor and the other guy, my sensei. Shout out Sensei Biba. He was from Morocco. That guy was crazy. He was awesome. Sensei Biba is in there with the other guy, and I'm like, what the heck? My karate guys are doing an assembly? I had no idea. And so they see me, they wave, and in the middle of the assembly, he's like, hey, I just want to call down Ian. He called me Ian, and I was like, great.
Dude, that is such a cool
great.
way to pronounce your
And-
name, though, because it's like Ion. Like
But-
that.
but
I don't
it
know.
was-
That's a cool name.
It wasn't Sensei Biba who said it, who has an accent. It was the American guy that was with him. And he
Oh,
just,
of course.
yeah, he called me Ian. And so I
What a
come
dumbass.
down and they have me do like some roundhouse kicks in front of the whole school. And I'm showing my skills. I felt really awesome after that. But then of course afterward, fucking everyone's calling me Ian. Oh my God.
Nothing
And
wrong
I'm
with
just-
that, in my opinion.
you know, but that was fun. The only reason I had to stop is because the place closed. They weren't making very much.
That
It was-
sucks.
It was a pretty new dojo. We didn't have a dojo. I say, is that what the term is? I don't know. Gym.
Yeah,
karate
yeah.
place.
Karate
It was in
dojo,
a-
karate gym.
It was in a strip mall next to a Family Video, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you know, it closed. We didn't have a ton of students, but it was fun. That's something I would maybe like to get back into one day. I made it to orange belt, maybe with like a
Nice.
stripe. So
Nice.
that's like, you know.
I forget what belt I got. I think I got like 2 or 3, and that was it.
Yeah, orange is the third one. Orange
Okay,
is
so
there's
then orange, yeah.
yeah, there's a
orange
few
or
like
blue?
stripes in there. Like you start with white, then you get a stripe, and then you go to yellow, and then you get a stripe. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember on one of my stripes on my white belt, they literally put a piece of electrical tape on it.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
What
it's just,
lazy bastards.
I guess it's just all about symbolism. But you know, I
It's-
had my gi. You know, we did like the
Yep.
routines, like the kata. I would go kya kya. You know.
Yeah,
That-
yeah. I competed in a lot of those. The kata.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't.
did
I
some
never.
competition
I never
and
reached
different-
that far with the competition. I never
Oh, really?
competed, but
Yeah,
no, not
my-
really.
My dad used to put me in all those things, but you know.
I would like to maybe get back into that one day. It's badass. Why? And now look, let me ask you this: what is with the stigma with like children? Right?
What do you mean?
Doing karate or martial arts of any kind is like weird. Like, why does the
Why?
kid who's you know what I'm saying? You know about this? Like
no,
the kid.
I've never associated like kids going to karate as weird because I went when I was a kid. I
mean,
literally go when I was
I just
in
feel
sixth
like
grade.
for some reason it's not viewed as cool. Like other kids, like, you
Not
do karate,
anymore?
you fucking nerd. I don't know. I feel like it was always kind of cringe. The kids who were doing, I
for
didn't think it was
you?
cringe. I don't know. Maybe yeah. You know, people poke fun at
Really?
me. I had my
That's
fair
so
share
lame.
of bullying, but I've always felt like there's been this weird thing that like it's not viewed as cool among children. Like the kids who do martial arts and karate are a little cringe. And I'm like, this should be the most badass thing actually that anyone could do. You're learning to fight. What are
I
you
don't
doing
think
in
it's cringe.
football? Passing around a fucking pigskin? You know? I don't
I
think
mean,
it's cringe
hey,
either.
hey, don't. I wouldn't.
No
I wouldn't
dissing on
say-
no
yeah.
dissing on football. I'm saying
'Cause
comparatively.
that's
you know?
that is borderline gladiatorial there, man.
Oh, it is. Oh, it
Considering all like
absolutely
this,
is.
all the CTE stuff that's
No,
come out
I'd
for that.
I respect to football players,
Yeah,
man.
they're literally
their body
bleeding their
through
brains
hell.
to death.
I mean, it's like a scientific fact that football is bad for you.
Oh,
You aren't-
100%. Like
you
that's
are
why you
not-
see like a lot of states are like banning it until like high school now.
Yeah,
I think
it's bad for your body. I mean, you
Well,
are,
it is
you
because
know?
like I think the doctor that discovered it was talking about how like the concussion is like 60 G's.
The movie? Are you talking about the movie?
Well, I've seen the movie, but also
seen
like
the
the
movie.
doctor as well. I've seen him talk about it. I think he was talking about how like 60 G's is a concussion and like the average sustained helmet to helmet contact is 100 G's. And I'm like, holy crap. And I mean, you see it, and you're starting to see it a lot more in like wrestlers now. I've seen a bunch of wrestlers as
Really?
well, and boxers as well, obviously. But yeah, it's definitely, it's because the reason is, especially in football, is because when your head gets hit and you get concussed, it swells. But the helmet does not allow it to swell up and like inflame itself, because inflammation and swelling is a form of protection in its own way. So the problem is that the helmet doesn't allow it to like completely expand and swell.
Yeah.
So then it kind of restricts it.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It sucks because I love football. My kids will never play football.
Yeah, that's the thing is, right, is like everyone's aware of how dangerous it is and how bad for the body is, but we just fucking love it. You know? We
it's
can't
literally
help
the most popular.
ourselves.
It's literally the most popular sport in America, and
You know?
it's just like it's arguably like the most deadly sport, other than
It
like
is.
maybe
Absolutely.
maybe horseback riding, because
I feel like it's the most deadly, like, mainstream sport.
oh yeah,
right?
well it's
You
the
know?
most popular. I'm pretty sure it's like America's new pastime. Like it's past baseball for sure.
Absolutely.
But
America
America just loves football.
loves football.
Yeah, and
That's
yeah, but I think it has to do with like I don't know, like the old Roman times and gladiatorial sports, and
Oh,
we just
absolutely.
love.
I mean-
we just love to see like focused violence in a way, like
I mean,
as humans.
the oldest sport there is besting another person in combat. So that's why I think like MMA, that shit's awesome. That's like
I love boxing. I love boxing because
any kind of wrestling, boxing, any of that shit. Like that is the most classic sport you can get. That they were doing wrestling back in ancient Greece, bro.
Yeah. Like wrestling and UFC for me a little less, because like grappling and all that I feel like takes away from the momentum. Whereas like with boxing, like you have to be more like technically sound, like plan out your movements, counter punch, like dodge and weave.
Grappling, jujitsu, and stuff.
It's
very-
intense. It's intense. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I find boxing more appealing.
No, yeah, but I'm saying
UFC.
like
it
it
I'm not
is.
taking
There's
away
a
from
lot
it at
of
all.
there's a lot of technique to it though.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
whenever-
I mean, that's why you see a lot of like UFC fighters and MMA fighters. They're like proficient in some form of martial arts, like jiu-jitsu or Krav Maga.
oh, all of
you
them,
know,
all
like
any
100%.
martial art, yeah.
Wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah. Whenever I did karate, so whenever I started at that place, my intent in going there was actually to learn jujitsu. That was who the other guy
Oh, nice.
was. And so I'm like, oh, I'm going to do jujitsu. And then they had Sensei Biba, and he's like, oh, we do karate too. So I was kind of doing both. Eventually, the jujitsu got kind of phased out. But when I was doing it, I mean, he was saying, like, jujitsu is like a game of chess. You got to, and so is wrestling. You got to think like 3, 4, 5 moves ahead of this person. And there's all these intricate moves and grabs and holds.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
No, yeah,
those MMA
absolutely.
fighters, yeah, they got to think. It's a mental game too.
Yeah, you have to like, plan
You gotta
like your
know.
counterattacks and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah, with boxing, it's more about agility, right? And kind of dodging.
Yeah.
And, you know.
But I
It's
love
cool.
I love it. It's cool to watch. I wouldn't participate.
It is cool to
anymore.
watch.
Specifically,
no.
like my kids will never play football or
No.
like any form of sport that involves like head-to-head contact.
What if your kid came home from school and said, "Dad, the school is starting up a chariot gladiator club, and I want to sign up."
Oh, absolutely.
We're gonna do
that,
we're gonna do jousting, and they're
Yeah.
even gonna let us go full violence. Like kids are gonna die.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm
not
so
holding
down
back.
for that.
You'll let it-
I'm down for that. Yeah.
You'll let him? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's in our blood. It's in our primitive DNA sequence.
Yeah. Football, get
we
the fuck
love-
out of here.
Yeah,
but if
yeah.
but
if my son wants to sign up for gladiatorial arena coliseum sports, literally if he wins, he gets sacrificed. Yes, absolutely. Because remember, like the
Because-
gladiators would get sacrificed, the ones
Yeah.
that won.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it was like in the Mayan times, the losing team would sacrifice themselves. As no, the winning team would sacrifice themselves because
Really?
they found it as a form of honor. Have you seen like that hip ball that they would play?
Hip
It's
ball?
like a prototype form of soccer where like they would hit with their hip through the hoop and it was like above. It's like a hybrid of basketball and soccer.
That sounds really
cool.
hard.
Yeah, it is very hard, but it's super cool.
Okay.
It's super cool.
Yeah, sounds cool.
I like it a lot.
Wow. Hip ball. Man.
Yeah.
Let me tell wow, yeah.
I got you like fascinated on the hip ball now.
I mean, I'm just thinking about like ancient sports and stuff. How many sports do you think there have been that just didn't quite get any momentum, right? Like some civilization had this game like, "Oh, this is going to be huge. I'm calling it nose ball or something." You got to hit the little ping pong ball with your nose into the basket. And then you got to grab it and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like they make up some obscure sport and it just they never quite catches on. There's probably a lot of those, right?
I mean, like there's a bunch of sports in like the Olympics. There's a bunch of events in the Olympics like water polo and stuff like that. They're not really popular, but I bet you like the guy was like, dude, what if we combine football and put it in water?
Yeah, and it's like that's one where I'm like, how does it continue
Now-
to have momentum?
now-
Like, why is this still alive?
Now-
you know?
Now, I'm not dissing water polo in that way because honestly, if you look at water polo players, they are arguably the fittest human beings, the
yeah.
most cut human beings I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm just saying, there's like you can't argue with this. It is not a very popular sport
Oh, it's not.
in the grand scheme of things. Because remember, like honestly, I'm pretty sure soccer, then cricket. Cricket is big in Europe and Asia. That is like easily the biggest sport like in Asia.
Oh yeah, man. They fucking like baseball
football.
over there too, right? In Asia, in Japan, I
cricket.
know.
Oh,
Japan.
yeah, Japan has a
baseball
big-
is huge in Japan,
Big baseball leagues.
and
there,
I think maybe Korea also.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
It's
not
gaining
as certain on
steam.
that.
They've gotten a lot. They've gotten really popular in basketball. They've gotten like a really popular
Really?
basketball. China has very big basketball as well.
Wow.
It's very popular over there. Yeah. There's
Yao
a lot
Ming
of-
came from China.
Yes,
Yao
sir.
Ming played in
Yep.
that league, I think.
Dude, yeah, he was a beast. If only he
I
didn't
think-
get hurt so much, he was a beast.
I read a book about him in middle
Really?
school. A little autobiography,
a-
not autobiography, but a biography book.
Really?
about Yao Ming.
I didn't know they
Yeah.
made a biography on him. That's cool.
I don't know. It was
That's
like
sick, actually.
some kind of kids book about it. You know, you had to read to get points in school. So I'm like, I don't know. I'll read this book about Yao Ming.
Yeah,
So-
why not?
I don't know. I don't know why I chose that again. I didn't fucking play sports at all. But yeah. Yeah. But so yeah, cricket and soccer, right? Soccer especially is like is so funny because as Americans, you know, we live in this weird little bubble where we don't really give two shits about soccer, right? But like, because in the scheme of the whole planet, soccer is the number one fucking sport, man. Everybody loves soccer or football, rather. They're tuned into that shit. The world, like Europe, South America, like Africa, soccer is the game. But here in this one country, in the United States, we're just so ignorant. We don't give a fuck. We have this other football, you know, and it's just I don't know. It's a little funny to me. Because it's literally like everywhere except America. We've just shunned soccer. You know, you get people here and there who still are into it, but we don't give a fuck about it as much as the other. Yeah. Messi and who's the other guy? Ronaldo? Yeah, those are the only soccer players I know. And now who is it? Is it Messi that's the most followed person on Instagram? Or is it? It's Ronaldo. Okay. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't tell you the difference between the two guys. That's how much I don't know. But my nah, yeah, I don't fucking know. But my point being is like one of them is from Spain,
Uh,
right? One of
Cristiano
them is
Ronaldo is from Portugal, and Lionel
Portugal.
Messi is from Argentina.
I knew it.
Yeah, there you go.
Argentina. I knew Argentina. Yeah.
Argentina. That was weird, but yeah.
That's how they say it. That's how they were getting Dax Flame to say it.
Argentina.
I think they were talking about this exact thing on the Bad Friends podcast, and they were
Really?
getting Dax, yeah.
Shout out to Bad Friends podcast.
Yeah, they
man.
were asking him about Messi and Ronaldo, and they were like, no, that's not how you say it. Say it the right way. And Dax Flame's like, Argentina, and they're like, no, say it like you mean it. And yeah, no, but anyway,
He's like,
my point with bringing them
Argentina.
up was like, around the world, Messi and Ronaldo are huge
Oh,
superstars.
100%.
But to
they're
me,
like, they're
nothing.
Jesus. They're
To,
gods.
to me, they are not nothing.
I know. They're
And
also
to
the
mo-
highest paid players.
Yeah.
By a lot.
It's just crazy. Like soccer is who yeah, in America it's just no one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is crazy, honestly. Like, just how much money soccer generates.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it in their salaries. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, those two are on the top of, like, highest paid players. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, total earnings is $260 million a year. On the field is $200, and off the field.
Wow.
Lionel Messi gets paid $135 million a year. Dude, $135 million. Dude, I don't know if you saw his deal when he signed with Miami FC, but it's insane. When he came to MLS, not only did they offer him like a record-breaking deal, which is like attuned to like almost $50 million a year. They also offered him at the end of his contract the option to purchase his own a stake in his own football club in the MLS.
Wow.
And then he gets a percentage of all the merch sold for Miami Football Club. And then on top of that, because Apple TV Plus has the MLS soccer streaming rights, he gets a cut of that streaming revenue. Like, that's how big he is in the world, and that's how much. And I mean, I wouldn't turn down that at all either.
Do you?
And I mean,
think-
he's on the tail end of his career, so he's got nothing to lose from going to the MLS, and he's killing it. Even at I think he's like 36 years old.
Do you
but yeah,
think
it's
that
crazy.
professional athletes get paid too much?
I mean, they get paid in relevance to like what the market is giving.
Yeah,
Like-
but in general, do you think that they deserve? Because don't professional athletes get paid, depending on the caliber of famous they are? Don't a lot of them get paid more than like celebrity actors and shit? Those athletes are getting paid way more. I feel like
Well, they're providing a more consistent product.
they are.
'Cause
Now, do you
they're-
think it's deserved that they
it's-
are just
it's-
playing a game?
I wouldn't say it's deserved. I wouldn't.
they're just
I don't
playing a
know.
game.
I've thought about it, and it's more like if you look at it, they're getting paid relative to what the market is giving them. So, like, for example,
Yeah.
the NCAA gets paid $1 billion in TV rights alone. They get a crap ton of money. They only just started paying the athletes, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
I
they
think
deserve
that's a
to
good
get paid.
idea because they're putting their bodies on the line, and
Yeah.
they deserve compensation for bringing huge popularity in terms of like tuition money, donations to the schools.
Yeah.
But like athletes, like the NBA, for example, I think like $8 billion generated last year or something crazy like that. Like, let me look up how much it is. How much did NBA earn?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the
$10.58 billion.
How much?
$10.58 billion. Now, remember these teams have salary caps and luxury taxes. So essentially, I don't know if you know this, but essentially, like for the NBA, for example, they set caps on how much an owner is allowed to spend on contract on players. It's in order to like provide more parity so that all of the teams are more equally divided in terms of talent.
Oh.
But essentially, yeah, $10 billion, like in the grand scheme of things, like, yeah, obviously an owner is going to the owners make a lot of money. I think they're paying their players what the market is giving them. So like Michael Jordan, he was getting a lot of money back then, which was like around 30 million. I think his total earnings was like 30 million as a player in contracts. But like that was still like the highest paid at the time, you know?
Yeah.
But it's because the league was making a lot less. Now, the unfortunate thing is this also applies to like the WNBA, and people are like, well, why don't they pay their athletes more? They should pay their athletes more. And the problem is that nobody goes and watches the games.
They're just not as popular.
That's what dictates the money, is that the owners are willing to spend the money on their athletes is because the people are willing to spend the money to go watch these products.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
at the end of the day,
not products, but like watch them play.
At the end of the day, like, you take the NBA or the NFL as a brand, as a company, what are their most valuable assets? The players.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why people are coming
Yeah.
to watch. The
Yeah.
players are they're famous, they're big, they have fans, and yeah, you're absolutely right. With the WNBA or any of these women's leagues, their players just aren't as popular. And
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because they're really good. Like the
they're playing
WNBA,
the
I don't know if
game,
I don't know if you've seen Caitlin Clark, but she's awesome. She's so good. You know Steph Curry, right?
No.
He's like, you don't know Steph Curry? Okay.
No, who is that?
I'm not gonna talk sports. He's an
No, I'm
NBA.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know who.
Okay.
I know who Steph.
I'm like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He's like one of the greatest 3-point shooters ever. Let me take that back. He is the greatest 3-point shooter of all time.
That's what I'm seeing is he's just really good at
So
draining shots.
Caitlin Clark is like the Steph Curry of the WNBA, and she's a rookie, and she's insane, and she's shooting from like half court and making it and just embarrassing these teams. But the unfortunate thing is, like, for whatever reason, is like the sport, the WNBA seems to like not want to market her, and they're allowing all these like athletes to bully her, and it just doesn't make sense to me, because it's like, you do realize like this girl was the reason that you guys went from flying commercial to flying in private jets, right? She brought popularity to your sport, but you guys would rather, bully her and, shit on her. So yeah, make that make sense. This girl's literally like bringing in the money. Say what you want, like, so what that she's a white girl, like, it doesn't matter. She's brought
a damn good
popularity to your
athlete.
sport. You guys should be celebrating her within means, obviously. Like, don't make like an altar to her, but like, she's brought a lot of awareness to the WNBA that a lot of people just like, before her, they were never watching. And in terms, you bring in the revenue. At the end of the day, like, people just don't go to WNBA games. So it's like tiring whenever people are like, oh, they need to pay their players more. And it's like, it's because you don't sell tickets. They don't sell tickets. The NBA literally supplements a good portion of their income. A lot of them, a portion of the revenue earned from the NBA, they give to the WNBA to supplement it. Literally, like, you want them to get paid more? Go to the games. Go to the games. Just go to the games. Like, that's how it is at the end of the day. Market your league better.
Yep.
Just market the league better, man. Like,
damn straight.
it's crazy.
Let me say this. Listen to this. So, I'm going to visit my mother in Texas here in a couple weeks.
Yes.
And she tries to find like stuff for us to do whenever I visit, and it's sometimes I'm like, Mom, I just want to come, hang out, do whatever. Yesterday I'm on Instagram. She sends me a thing. She's like, this could be fun. It's a little ad for a drag show. I'm like,
why wouldn't you go to a drag show?
No. That's not what I'm saying. Nothing. Drag shows are awesome. They're cool. I've been to one. They're fun.
I haven't been to one, but I wouldn't mind. I'm not opposed.
They're fun. I went to the gay club one night with one of my buddies, who's gay, and he says, "Hey, I want you guys to come to the gay club sometime. It's a lot of fun." And I'm like, "Hell yeah. Let's pop out to the gay club." Yeah. And it was a great time, and they had a little room with a drag show happening. it was good, entertaining stuff. But I was just
That's
a
kind of
little
funny
shocked.
that your mom recommended
That's what I'm
a drag
saying.
show.
She's like, "How about this?"
Okay.
And on top of that, it was like a drag brunch, so it wasn't even like at
What?
night. I know. I'm looking. I'm like,
Drag and high tea.
yeah. I'm like, Mom, why is my mom like just such a crazy suggestion from my mother to like, oh yeah,
Your mom is way different than mine.
Mom
'cause
and-
you
and
know my
son,
mom.
let's go to a drag
my mom.
show.
You know my mom. My mom would 100% never ever recommend us going to a drag show.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, that's not what I was expecting.
And
but-
it's not that she's against it. It's just that she was raised in a very conservative household. Same with my dad, and
Yeah.
they've kind of grown out of it a little bit. But they're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
like that's still that mindset, and they're just not comfortable with it, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
that's their
That's fine.
prerogative.
To each
You know,
their
not
own,
everybody's
you know?
not everybody's comfortable in those situations. That doesn't mean that they don't support. They're not
Yeah.
allies. Like
Yeah. I'm just thinking like, what?
that's so funny though.
What-
That's kind of
what-
crazy.
You know, what is she thinking to where she's like, oh, I know what Ian would like. a
What
drag
went through
show."
her mind? Did you
That's
tell
what I'm
her
saying.
that you went to a drag show?
No, never.
What?
I was like,
That
you know,
makes
so,
it even weirder. That makes
like,
it.
should I be
The plot
you know,
thickens.
She's like, you know, what would be fun with Ian? Oh, he would love a drag show. Like, what made her think I'm?
Why don't you,
know,
guys
no-
go to? Wait.
No hate
where-
to my
where-
mom. If she sees
where
this,
did-
I'm
where
not,
in Texas
you know,
does she
upset
live?
about it. She lives in Frisco, like the Dallas area.
You guys
But
should go
I
to
just thought it was
a
fun.
WNBA game. Support Dallas.
Nah.
Oh,
I mean, nothing against them. But
you're
look,
part of the problem, Ian. You're part of the
I'm
problem.
not part of the problem. I don't go to regular NBA games because
That's
I don't
true.
watch sports.
That's true. That's true.
But no, I just I don't think
Go
I'm
to
gonna
a-
go to the drag show. I said maybe not, and it's nothing against the drag show or my mother. I'm just like,
I just feel like
Would you
drag
go-
show
would
and
you-
going with your mom just
Yeah.
does not. It just feels
Yeah.
like something that shouldn't mix.
yeah. And I love
It's-
my mom. Ugh, love her.
Very,
You
very
know?
weird. Very
No
weird
hate,
dynamics.
no hate on my mom right now or her ideas. Like it was a nice thought, but it's just kind of an interesting thing that happened.
It was a nice suggestion.
Yeah.
Mama Cardwell.
Yeah.
But,
And I think also something about the brunch. Like I'm not in the mood to watch a drag show at noon. I'm just not, and I don't think
Yeah.
very many people are.
you don't want to watch a drag show while downing
Sipping
bottomless
mimosas.
mimosas. Bottomless mimosas.
Oh, well, that could be fun.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know?
I'm saying. It's like in that context, maybe.
Maybe I'll take her up on it. You know,
Yeah,
maybe I
right.
I will. Maybe I'll
So
keep
what
it
you
in
need
the
to
back
do
of
is
my
you need
mind.
to double check that they have bottomless mimosas.
Yeah, it's true. This is
That's
important. This is
that's
important.
that is
Let me pull up the thing
integral-
she sent me. Let me see what it says.
integral to whether this is a go to it or not.
Yeah.
Type of show.
Yeah. She says this could be fun. Join us for a fabulous drag brunch filled with delicious cocktails. Okay.
Nice.
Mouth-watering cuisine and fierce drag queens.
What a
I mean- Yeah.
Wait. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that?
Join us for a fabulous drag brunch filled with delicious cocktails, mouth-watering cuisine, and fierce drag queens. At the
I mean,
something
it rhymes.
Dallas
I kind of
Plano.
dig it. I kind of dig that it rhymes.
Oh, it does rhyme a little bit. Mouth-watering
Yeah.
cuisine and fierce drag queens. It does. I like that.
I-
It looks
I-
like it was a
I like
Facebook
it.
ad, so maybe she was just scrolling on Facebook and saw it.
Maybe.
But yeah, I thought that was funny. I suggested. I was
that's
like, maybe
funny. That's really funny. Actually.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
an interesting dynamic. I if my mom ever recommended going to a drag show with me, I wouldn't even make it to like the drag show that day. I would spend literally all day trying to like investigate what led to that moment in
Yeah.
time where my mom
Yeah.
decided to get out of her comfort zone and be like, you know what I should do? I should invite Estevan to
Yeah.
a drag show. To watch a drag show. I would spend literally all day investigating like what possessed this woman to like
Yeah.
finally say something that is completely the
Yeah.
exact opposite of her character.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Because my mom is very how you would say saintly, holy. My parents went to Vegas and they went with their friends to a Cirque du Soleil show, but it was the I don't know, I don't remember what it was called. I can't remember if it was called Zumanity, but
Is it like a little sexy?
it is the adult themed
Ah.
Cirque du Soleil. And at the beginning, my mom, I'm sorry that I'm airing this out. My mom got slapped by one of the performers with a
What?
dildo. With a dildo.
Whoa!
It was
I didn't know it was that adult.
And
Wow.
that yeah. Like I'm pretty sure like the end performance is like a simulated like
Whoa.
like
Okay.
crazy
Wow.
like performance. It's an adult centered theme show.
She got
it's
slapped with a dildo. Like
yeah.
what? Like how hard?
Needless, I don't know. I don't care. Needless to say, every time it gets brought up, my mom just looks even more pissed than she was at my dad at that point in time. Just blaming
I
my
bet your
dad.
dad was loving it. He probably loved it. He
My
probably
dad
saw her
said
get
he-
slapped. He's like, oh fuck.
My dad actually didn't say, "Oh fuck." He actually laughed his ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
would
my dad
too,
100% laughed his ass off, man.
Man, when you
I
said-
I would too. I would
When you
laugh.
said like the 18 plus adult version, all I think that means is like they're wearing maybe like revealing out sexy outfits while they do, maybe they're touching each other a little sexy during the routines. I'm not thinking of dildos and simulated orgies. That's a little crazy. I guess Vegas, maybe it's normal, but I've never been to Vegas, but that's
Really?
insane.
I've been to
in-
Vegas once, but I was too young, so I don't remember.
I want to go now that I'm of age and I can, party and fully take advantage of it. But
Yeah,
no,
I wouldn't take full advantage of Vegas because I'm married. But yeah,
well, full advantage. You can interpret.
I've wanted to
What-
go.
What does take full advantage to you
Well,
mean?
lose all your money in the casino. I'm also not a gambling man like that, so
I'm not either.
I
No,
wouldn't
I'm
spend
not
money.
either.
But I would
guess
go to
what I
like
mean-
some of the musical performance
Yeah, yeah,
residencies
yeah.
because doesn't Lady Gaga still have her residency in Vegas?
Probably. Maybe.
So I would go to something like that for sure.
I'd go to the shows. I'd walk
Yeah.
the strip. I'd go to the casino. I take full advantage. I'm not saying I'm gonna lose my
I'll,
money.
I'll
and
lose
do a bunch
I'll
of-
lose $100. I'll
do a
cap out
bunch-
at $100.
Yeah. I'll give myself a limit, but no, none of the hookers and blow for me. None of that shit. I'm good.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
I'm not a fan of that
Hey,
shit.
I'm not dissing anybody that is a fan. All I'm
Yeah,
saying
hey,
is
if you want to go crazy, go crazy. But I'm not like
dissing.
that.
I'm not dissing anybody that wants to go to Vegas for hookers and strippers. But also, you guys are weird.
Okay, yeah. To each his own. To each their own. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it. I
wouldn't do
couldn't
it either.
that.
I could
Couldn't
not
do that.
I-
I think even if I were single, I could.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Even when I was single, I would
I don't
not.
think. I
wanna
think
do
I would
that.
just be sitting in a strip club or like whatever, just like.
Yeah, dude. Like if I worked up if I even worked up the courage to like accompany a buddy, and
Yeah.
they wanted to go do all that, and I would just be like the awkward guy in the
Yeah,
corner,
yeah.
just being like
Yeah.
with my cup like tucked in tightly.
yeah.
I'm like,
I have actually been to a strip club before though.
really?
I
I
have.
don't know.
It was it was kind of a shabby little joint in Illinois. I was freshly 18.
Illinois. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah. So who do you think I went with?
Ryan the Frass Frazier.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, no. So we
I did not hesitate.
we had
Ryan the Frass Frazier.
we always had this joke, this running joke, because again he's 3 years older than me. Just
Yeah, he's my age.
And so yeah, he's your
Right?
age.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And so he was already 18 when we became pretty close friends. I was like about to turn 16, and so we always had this joke because he's like, yeah, when I turned 18, me and my buddy went to a strip club just for fun, just because we could, and it was just a funny story. He said his buddy spent a lot of money on this stripper that he thought he was in love with or something.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God, that is the cardinal sin of strip
But,
clubs, apparently.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, but like, don't fall in love with the stripper.
So basically, I was like, "Oh, dude, when I turn 18, let's go to a strip club just for fun." And it was always this joke for a couple years. Well, flash forward, now I am 18. We're hanging out. It's the last time we're hanging out before I moved to Orlando for my freshman year, right?
And then you come back.
And then I came back, of course, but that's besides the point.
Hey, nice.
I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm about to leave for Orlando. It's the last time Ryan and I are hanging out. He's like, "What do you want to do, Ian? Like, it's our last time. Like, what should we do?" And I was like, "I know what we could do." And he's like, "Oh, I already know. I already know what you're gonna say." And so we pull up to the strip club, and we went with his wife, his girlfriend at the time. She came on, the three of us popped out, to the club, and it was really funny. It was really funny. It wasn't very busy. We were just sitting at a high top watching the lovely ladies, do their thing. And we were just kind of sitting there taking it all in. There's titties on the left, titties on the right, titties everywhere you look, titties all night. Baby. Oh,
that rhymed somehow.
But no, I remember.
But,
then this one girl is on the stage, and Liz, like she's our mom, giving us money for candy. She's like, "All right, here's a $5. Here's each a $5. Now go stick it in the stripper's panties." And so me and Ryan, we walked up to the stripper, and we tucked our dollar bill into her underwear. We looked at each other. It was like, "Oh, we did it, dude. Let's go."
Oh my god.
And then eventually, at one point, a couple of girls came right over to our table, and they were sitting down talking to us. Well, I had a good little chat with, one of the nice women there. It was a fine time. She was probably trying to convince me to get a lap dance, but I was not there for that. Okay,
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was not about to.
You had a girlfriend and you went to the strip club?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't care.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
not that it matters
fair.
anyway anymore,
Yeah.
She's history, but
Exactly.
but no, I mean, she knew I was just going there for the jokes. Of course, I wasn't gonna get a lap dance. I probably wouldn't do that now, because I'm mature and stuff, and I don't think I would want to go to a strip club anyway.
We've
But,
grown as humans.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think. Yeah.
Not my
But-
speed. Not my speed.
No,
personally.
no. And I just kind of the morality of it. I don't know.
I'm a good Christian man.
Yeah, but then
it has nothing to do with Christianity.
Ryan's girlfriend, she did go back and get a lap dance though.
Was it Liz?
Yeah,
Now wife?
yeah.
Say
She went ahead and got herself a lap dance. So
that's funny.
Ryan didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Ryan. The Fraz does not care, man. The Fraz does what the Fraz wants.
Sorry if that information, Liz, if you ever hear this.
Oh, it's fine.
it's
fine.
whatever.
It's all fun and games.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. We're having a good time here. We're having a good time.
Yeah, that's probably the first and last time that Ian ever goes to a strip club. It was.
I've never gone and I don't wish to.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Don't waste your
Personally,
time.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time, man. It's for
Don't feel
it's
don't
for
feel like
sad, lonely, middle-aged men who can't get any tail.
Were those the ones that were most frequently there?
I think so. I don't very vividly remember what the demographic was at that particular club, but I think it was.
The demographic.
I think it was primarily men. I mean, what girls just go out to the strip club with their friends? That's
Dude,
the
I don't
place-
know.
No one. I mean, unless you're a lesbian, of course. By all means, but
Yeah.
but that's a place where you're gonna find a lot of horny dudes. I was not one of them. I was there strictly for the experience, for science, right?
He was just there for the meme.
Yeah, for the meme. So I didn't spend a cent.
Hey man, I don't blame you.
Yeah, unless there was like a cover at the door.
I
Maybe
wouldn't
did
judge
that,
you even
but-
if you did spend a cent.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I guess I spent $5 that was given to me by someone else.
That's true.
But
That's true. But hey, it's all part of the meme.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
You can say you did it.
I did it.
and
I did it.
Now you can say you will never do it again.
Yeah, I probably
Unless
Not for
something
me.
happens and you hit rock bottom in that case.
True. And I hit rock bottom and I lose all self-confidence and ability to talk to women, and I'd
Not that we had
go to the
any
club.
ability to talk to women to begin with.
No, mine is very, very down here. I think I got a little bit lucky,
Me and you, we both lucked out. 'Cause
We did.
both-
I lucked out.
we both are very afraid of talking to women.
Yeah, I don't do that regularly, unless I'm really like, this is probably a good idea. This will be worth it. But no, I usually
Shout out to the one that Ian was with.
my lady friend. Yeah,
Your
that's-
lady
that's-
friend.
my lady friend. Yeah.
Your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Ew.
yeah. You're married, so
be proud of it. Be proud of it.
I'm proud.
Be happy.
I have a great girlfriend. So
Yeah,
who's-
she's
who's-
cool.
Who
She's
shall
super
remain
cool.
anonymous.
Yes. I will.
Even
not
though
say
we'll name drop Liz.
I will not say her name.
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
will. Yeah. Y'all can know my wife's name. My wife's name is Paola with an H. There you go.
Yeah.
So
I don't
now
know. I
The general
I
audience
guess,
doesn't know my wife's name.
Yeah, I guess there's probably no issue with it, but I would rather like ask her first before I name drop it.
Oh yeah,
know.
my wife doesn't care.
Your wife.
She's
doesn't
actually
care.
asked me multiple times, "Have you talked about me yet on the podcast?
Yeah.
Have you talked about me yet on the podcast?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
Yeah, man.
But she says it in Spanish because she's Mexican. Little
Yeah.
fun fact about me.
My girlfriend is not Mexican.
She's white.
She is white.
She is pure red, white, and blue.
She's Russian.
Oh, never mind. That's
Her
the
mom
exact
is-
opposite
her-
of red, white, and blue.
Her mom is straight up from Russia, like Soviet
really?
Russia. When she grew up there, yeah.
Yeah. What's her? Oh, never mind. You tell me her last name later.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. So.
Interesting. Cool.
But yeah, man,
Interesting.
the lady we don't have good lady talking skills, but
But we
once
somehow
in a,
we
once in a
somehow
blue
pulled
moon,
we pulled it out.
know?
We
I'm
somehow
at-
we managed. We
Yeah.
found a way.
you see her across the room and you're like, oh shit, yeah, she's beautiful. I better buck up and do this.
Yeah. For
I
me,
can't
it was
miss- I
like
can't
a
miss out
DM
on
on
that.
Instagram.
Hey, classic.
Yeah.
you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
But
I
look how it
reached out-
worked out for you. Now you're married to the girl, so
Yeah. I had known her for years, so
yeah.
it was easy to like work up the courage. Also, I was in a place. I had just broken up with my ex, and I was in my fuck it phase.
your fucking
Just like,
phase.
just like I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore.
Yeah. I think we've all been there.
Yeah, like you just like you're in a point where like you just don't care about the consequences. You
Somebody
don't
just
overthink
somebody
it.
just screamed in my living room.
Oh,
I hope no one's being murdered.
well, we're about to find out because the murder will definitely make their way to your room eventually.
Oh God, that would not be good. I mean, if they get me, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
How the hell am I gonna escape? Right?
Yeah.
Imagine being a murderer.
I'll
serial
edit it
killer,
out.
And you break into someone's house to kill them, and they're in the middle of a podcast episode. I would laugh. I would
Yeah.
stop with my
Well-
gun, and I'd be like, "What the really? Okay,
Yeah.
you're done."
Well, what I would do is I would shift tab 3, take a screenshot of the murderer, and there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I got my, in addition to this camera, I got my webcam. They'd see a perfect view of my door. But I'm toast, you
Well,
know?
yeah, but who knows?
I'd be
They
like,
might
all right,
they might
signing
destroy.
off, Tales of Woe, last episode ever,
Yeah, they might destroy the evidence on your side. So then, if I screenshot,
True.
there is a
Yeah.
guarantee that we will see a picture of the murder.
This
The
is
murderer.
true. This is true.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
So,
right about that.
Yeah, but yeah, if I'm in the middle of a that's honestly top 5 like funniest ways to die. You're just like in the middle of a podcast, and the murder just comes in, and
Yeah.
just like you're like, oh shit, and then it just happens. Like that'd
Yeah.
be kind of crazy.
I'm just thinking from like the murderer's perspective, right? Like I would just laugh if I, went in to kill someone and they're just recording a podcast. Be like, damn,
Yeah.
this is funny. Okay, this is hilarious.
He's probably like in the middle of like right before he murders you. He's just like lets out a little chuckle. He's like, nice.
Yeah, I'd be like, dude. I would look at it and be like, dude, you realize you're about to die doing a podcast. I just want that to
Yeah.
go through your head real quick before I kill you. This is your final moment. You're in the middle of a
Yeah.
podcast. That's
He's
a little
like-
pathetic. Little pathetic,
He's
buddy.
like, you're like, hey, can I have some last words before? I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll cut it out. I'll
Yeah.
edit around it. I'll edit
Yeah, yeah.
around it. I'll start
Yeah.
using like an AI e-girl version of Ian.
Yeah. Put me through AI.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I'll just start talking to an AI chatbot. I'd be like, talk like Ian Cardwell. And then
just study me, plug in
Yeah.
any YouTube videos. Yeah. Hey, sounds good to me.
Nothing
And
wrong with that.
yeah. And on that note, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tales of Woe. See you
See
next
ya.
time.
Bye.